Today, I'd like to share a story about my first experience of being cheated. At that time, I was going to Hangzhou with my teammates for a programming competition. At the train station, I saw a woman holding hands with a girl, who I think was her daughter. They came up to me and asked for 4 yuan for the bus fare. I thought 4 yuan was not a big deal. So I gave her 4 yuan and was about to leave. Then, after I gave the woman 4 yuan, she told me I had made a mistake, saying I had heard wrong and that was actually 14 yuan. You may find it strange, because how could someone mistake 4 yuan for 14 yuan? But the situation was quite different in Chinese. In China, 14 was pronounced as 14 and 4 was pronounced as 4. The difference in pronunciation is minor. So, I think the amount 4 yuan was specifically chosen to confuse others. I gave her 14 yuan, but she still seemed unsatisfied. She said she needed to take a taxi home and asked me for more money. At that moment, I felt something was strange. I told her she would need to give the money back to me if I lent her more money. Her daughter then said she could take my phone number and return my money later. Her daughter, who was very young, probably kindergarten age or in grade 1 of primary school, was holding an extremely old phone and asked me for my phone number. I told her my phone number, and she typed it in an extremely old black and white phone screen and asked me whether the number was correct. I told her it was right, and she smiled at me. Finally, I lent them 73 yuan in total. After a few minutes, I realized I might have been scammed out of that money. I wondered how they could pay me back with such an old phone. It turned out to be true. I did not receive any phone call or Alipay transaction until now. I was astonished that I could be fooled by such a trick. If they had come up to me and asked for 73 yuan, I wouldn't have given it. After the 4 and 14 test, relationship was established, and I don't want to let them down. This is what's known as the foot in the door technique, which means agreeing to a small request increases the likelihood of agreeing to larger requests later. 73 yuan was not a big deal for me now, but I still feel very sad about it. I still remember the smile her daughter gave me after I told her my phone number. I want to tell the woman that even if, for some reason, she needed to scam someone to survive, she needn't to involve her daughter. She can still teach her daughter to be an honest person.